And good evening, everyone. I apologize for the late start. I am currently residing in Philadelphia, where the Eagles have just made the Super Bowl. So I'm a little bit behind on all my stuff because I'm excited for my team. But this is not about football, folks. It's about hockey. So welcome to another episode of SPNHL Talk. I am, of course, your always present host, Cuban. I'm joined with Double Pliskin. We got...
I got my app working.
Yeah, we got Double Pliskin on, and then we got it's Pliskin and then Bizarro Pliskin. And then I'm with the GM of the Boston Bruins, Pistol Pete. What's going on, Pete?
How you doing tonight, boys? Glad to be here.
Glad to have you on, buddy. And then last year's GM of the Stanley Cup champions, currently the GM of the hottest team right now in SP, Arizona Coyotes GM 5.0. What's up, man?
Not much. Just as happy as you are.
Yeah, buddy. Yep. Go Birds.
Indeed.
So as usual, we guys, we got some transactions, and it's been a very, very busy week with these GMs making some moves. So without further ado, let's take a look what we got going on, fellas, and get your opinions on what some of the stuff's been going on. So, and plus, by the way, I greatly appreciate the week 1 and week 2 type stuff that you did on the transactions. It makes it so much easier to figure out where the hell I left off.
Nice.
Oh, bro, it's excellent. Thank you so much. So
I'm sure he was thinking of you when he did it.
No, I highly doubt that. I think he just was going crazy with all the transactions you guys were making. He was losing track.
Yeah.
You guys be making.
Yeah. Listen, I haven't. You've done more transactions than me, Pete. Get out of here. So here we go. Week 2, January 16th. Vegas with a trade. They trade Castles to San Jose for Soko Timmer. St. Louis releases Chalua to free agency. And then a big one here, Carolina trades Stoner to Toronto for Cesar Tavares. So Carolina trades their first-round pick to Toronto for Seeds. And then Pittsburgh turns around and trades Evil Monkey to Vancouver for Loyalty Caper. The Carolina one sticks out to me. And not that it's uneven. It's just surprising, like 1 weekend, and you're going to trade your number 1 guy that you drafted. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, how much could they really use him though? They seem to have their forward lineup set up.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, Stoner's great as a forward, and they wanted him to play net. And I heard that he's really good at net, but I mean, how do you take that firepower out? You know what I mean?
Yeah, what are Seeds playing? Is he playing goalie?
I don't know. I haven't seen him play.
Seed is only a D-man. He has everything else
Only
refused.
Interesting.
So I guess they wanted to solidify another D-man for Tread and Tricks. So when they alternate up front, they got a D partner to play with. We'll see how that works out for them. Then January 17th, Toronto releases Robbie to free agency. Pittsburgh releases Loyalty Caper. Does that make sense? Is that royalty or loyalty? Because you got loyalty, but didn't loyalty just...
There was a royalty and a loyalty.
Oh, loyalty went to Pitt, and then he turns around and just releases him, which is weird. Tampa Bay releases Balls Deep Inner. Such a great name. Then Tampa trades Hold Fast and Cap One to Carolina for MG. And we'll talk about that. Toronto, again, Toronto signs Chalua. Washington then trades Trouble Kid to St. Louis for Snatch. The Hold Fast and Cap One for MG, that's more Carolina making moves. They get rid of Stoner, now they're getting rid of MG. And Tampa, they picked them up. They did a little something this week with MG in the lineup. I even though you're giving up they gave Carolina what they needed when they traded Stoner. Obviously, they got the goalie that they were missing.
The defenseman. They got the goalie with Holdfast, I think.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They move MG for the goalie, but they had Stoner playing that, but Stoner wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they got the defenseman for Stoner, and then they turn around and replace Stoner's net with Holdfast for MG.
Okay.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, it's good moves by Tricks, man. And then we got Toronto releasing Dragon will waltz. Toronto then trades Redbeard to Vegas for Ronnie Hextall. And Pittsburgh picks up Robbie and Duges off of free agency. Toronto, continuing to stay busy, decides that he doesn't want to release Dragon and picks him back up. I swear.
He dropped Robbie because he didn't think Robbie was going to be active enough. And then Robbie was going to be active enough because he came back from vacation. So he released Dragons to get Robbie, but Pittsburgh stole Robbie. So then he had to pick Dragons back up.
Poor guy.
Yeah, he's getting pretty hit over the head with this season with all the guys he's losing.
Yeah, he's literally the busiest GM this year. Literally the busiest GM with transactions.
He kind of was last season.
Someone had to take my title.
Well, he was last season because he picked up midstream, so he was trying to mold a roster. I mean, this is him from the beginning, and he's been like this all season still. And I'm just like, wow, dude, like.
Just not happy with his team, I guess.
I guess you weren't happy with yours either. You had to add playmaker on there.
Well, that's because I had. Well, I could touch on that later, but I had a player that I had to drop. So,
right. So then we got Philadelphia. I did a little dabbling into the free agency market. I released Kevin Schaap and picked up Duckweed left wing. Colorado signs Watch Your Step and releases Illuminati. And then we got very rare but interesting three-way trade where Carolina now picks up Grip and Pem from LA. LA then receives Right Power from Washington and So Icy from Carolina. And then Washington receives Yanks from Carolina.
Yeah, that was a task sorting that out.
I don't know. I mean,
well, it seems to me Carolina won that deal.
Yeah. Oh no. Carolina's walking away. Not only do they have Holdfast, now they got Pem, who's a solid starting goalie as a backup. They trade MG to get the goalie, then replace MG with Grip, which MJ, Tread, and Grip, literally, I club with them guys. So they immediately have instant chemistry going right into it. Now you got Tricks and Seed on D with Holdfast and Net. I mean, they're making their play. LA gets nothing.
They had a rough week, so.
Well, no, not really. I mean, they beat the shit out of us, but I mean, but it wasn't with Grip. Now they have Grip, so I can only imagine what the fuck's gonna happen now. So I'm interested to see Carolina week 3. We'll see how they do, but it's all availability, guys. You know what I mean?
I think Grip was struggling with Washington, though, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't really checked the scores, but from the times we played him, was he on Washington? Yeah.
He was on Washington. I don't. I went into like almost freaking triple overtime against them Friday night, and he wasn't out there. Shep was out there, and they had Dirty Dietrichs and Philly on the forward line. So
yeah, they smoked us. Actually, they smoked us on Friday.
Yeah, they beat us up pretty good too. Moving on to the last transactions of the week. San Jose signs new guy. Carolina releases Cap 1. Vegas then trades Right Power to Washington for Dirty Dietrich. Good luck with that. Sharks release Castles. I love Dirty. He just can't stay out of the box. Like even the game that we played against him, he was in the box for at least 4 times, and then we scored. And our power play sucks, and we scored like 3 power play goals because of him going into the box.
In that case, he will fit perfectly because we have one of the highest penalties against in the league.
He was-
They took it.
I literally had to. Dude, I had to literally rein him back last season. I'm like, listen, I love the aggression. I said, but if your ass keeps going in the box, you're going to find yourself on free agency. Like, I do not like penalties. Do not go in the box. If you go in the box again, and he did good. And when he did take a penalty, it was BS. You know what I mean? It wasn't like him being uber aggressive. But then again, he may have had a chip
but
on his
Plisk is right. He'll fit with them.
he might have just had a little chip on his shoulder. He's out headhunting against me and Choky because, you know, he played for me last year. And guys, when they play against their former GMs, always like to stick it to him, and he was sticking us pretty hard. Vegas then Sharks releases Castle 720. Vegas trades Mike the Neff to St. Louis for Vape. Washington releases Tyler is God to free agency, and then they signed Jay Philly. And Pittsburgh releases Big AJ and Dead Rising. So, and that finishes off our week 2 transactions. Very busy week 2. I'm sure there's more going on in the background, but that's where we're at right now. So I messaged Kid about the player association, what's going on, and he really has nothing on the horizon. Again, everyone, the current topic is the playoff forfeit rule change discussion over in the forum. Plisk, you posted a link on the main page. And just guys, if you want to see change, you got to be a part of the process. You got to start going to the forum, posting your comments, and I've seen you in there answering some stuff too, Plisk. So,
Yep. Yeah, just get in there, throw some ideas in there. We're gonna vote on the ideas probably starting tomorrow, and then we'll take the best idea and go with it. But it'll be like elimination. So
Who votes?
All just players. If you're a player in the league, you can vote.
Also, anybody could. All the players could vote. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So this is going to league like approval type of thing.
Yep.
And obviously you're going to be cool with whatever the choices are because you're going to be posting them.
Yep. Yeah, no, what we're going to do is it's going to be like a majority rule, not just like the highest vote, but if like say one vote has, you know, more votes accumulated than all the other ones put together, then that's the one we're going to go with. Otherwise, we'll eliminate the weak ones and then vote on the top ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Anything to get something in writing about it. And obviously there's always, you know, a rule, but in the playoffs, I mean, there just has to be something in writing about it because it's the playoffs, man. Like to take a forfeit in the playoffs, it's just hard. Like I understand the reason, and we had this discussion already, 5, didn't we? Awful quiet now. We start talking about forfeits at playoffs.
I did like one of the ideas. I think someone mentioned extending it from 10 to 15 minutes or to half an hour.
Like the only tough part with that is as I hear both sides of the discussion. It's just like, guys, we know what our times are a weekend, like every day. Like we know Monday, Tuesday, Friday, 9, 9:45, 10:30. You post your availability for the series. I know stuff happens, but you still got a whole roster of guys that could be available to fill in. I know you want to play your best guys, but I mean, come on, let's play the game. It isn't I play my best line, you play your best line, and the rest of these guys that played all season don't get to play. They still got to play. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
And then also, Plisk, I didn't talk to Kaz about anything with the discipline committee, but he did mention to me that there was a removal. So I don't know how we want to, like, we never discussed, obviously, and now we're live on the show and I'm putting you on the spot. I don't say names and I don't get into like, but there's been a removal and that's pretty much how we're gonna leave it.
I would say the
You know
name.
what? Yeah, you know what? When it comes to somebody quitting the league, they're no longer protected by me. So they, if they're in the league, I'll protect them as much as I can. But if they're going to bail on us, and I don't give a shit about them.
So
I think
So,
guys
yeah.
should know what they're trying to pick up if that's the case,
Yeah,
if they're still in the league. And
exactly. So basically, top goalie tried to strong arm a trade against Pete. Basically, tell him I won't play for you until you move me. Didn't work. He ended up getting suspended, and instead of getting suspended, he elected just to quit.
this is the one thing, and I actually like now that you say this, I've been messaged by a few guys just asking questions about like, hey man, I just got traded, I don't really want to play, and I'm just like, how you haven't even played a game yet. I'm like, play your 3 games, and if you still feel that you want to trade, then approach the GM and ask for a trade. But in SP, we have the power, like we don't have to trade you, like that. And that's the one thing I like about being a GM in this league is the players are protected with the amount of games they get to play and the positions they get to play, the 50% rule, 3 games minimum. You know what I mean? But as a GM, like once I acquire you, if you don't want to play for me, that's fine. But don't ask me to trade you if I don't want to trade you. Like I'll just hold on to you. I really don't care. Like, and so to get strong arm Pete, you did the right thing not wanting to move him. Buddy.
I mean, he was my 3rd round choice, so obviously I wanted him to play.
Mm-hmm.
But he had a rough night, and after game 2, he decides to leave the party, leave the team chat, and send me a message to trade him. I said to him, I don't have to trade you. I don't got to do it.
Right.
And he's like, oh, yeah, well, then you're going to have someone who doesn't want to play for you on your roster. Now, I could have just not said anything, keep him on my roster. He doesn't put in an availability. I don't have to play him, and use that loophole, right? But
he would have gotten removed if he didn't post availability, because I still had a guy that told me week 1 he wasn't available, and I said, well, then still post that you're unavailable, so this way you don't get an inactive hit, and then next week when you're available, just post what you can. And then here he posts his availability next week, but he ends up telling me he can't play anyway, so I end up putting him on IR. But if he doesn't reply for I think 2 weeks, right, Plisk, then he gets removed from the roster, and then he has to pick someone up.
Yeah. Unless
so
they're
you
put
wouldn't
on IR. If they've been placed on IR, as long as you got enough guys, we won't bother with them. But if you're under
right
roster limit with him away, then we'll look into it.
And top goalie was on IR for week 1 after telling me he can't play because of LG or something like that. And he told me last second too. It's like, come on, man. You sign up for the league, it's either you want to play or you don't want to play.
Well, there's plenty of guys out there on the free agency. There's plenty of guys in free agency looking to play, buddy.
When was the last time you?
My game plan is not to pick up just anybody,
Yeah, no, it makes sense. You drafted a good team, bud. So that's the discipline committee stuff. We had the top goalie getting removed, and obviously, guys, if you're on a team and you want to get traded, I mean, there's ways to go about it, and just demanding and saying you won't play for a GM isn't in your best favor. We have the Players Association now, and this is what I messaged the guy back. I said, look, even if after you play your week and you still feel the way you do, I said, ask for a trade. And if he says whatever, I said, then go to the head of the Players Association. You got Kidd, you got Reap, you got Ayachoku. Message them and say, hey, look, I played. I know, blah, 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 blah. And just give them their gripe and maybe they'll be able to do something for you. But I mean, to sit there and strong arm and just be like, nah, I don't want to play for you. Like, well, then you're just screwing yourself, because I know how that ends. Like it just did. You get removed.
But even that can only go so far. They can't force him to release him either if it's not justified.
No.
But if your intent is to get off a team because you don't think they're good enough to be playing with you, then you're probably not going to get very far in that battle.
Right. So, well, guys, now let's move on to the standings for this week, and let's talk a little bit about what went down. Go ahead and screen share. So bear with me.
All I know is that you jinxed me last show.
I didn't jinx you nothing, buddy.
You jinxed
that
us.
Was coming regardless. Like, there's no jinx to it. You had Murder's Row, and you had that's the measuring stick, and you got measured. Don't blame that shit on me. Jinxing nothing. So here we are, overall standings.
You'll get yours, son. Get yours.
Oh, please, come on, man. I
Tomorrow
listen.
night,
I don't. I'm only as good as my players' availability, buddy. So, I got Colorado in first place with 29 points. We got Arizona on a 9-game win streak, killing it last week. Sitting in number 2 spot with 28 points. Philadelphia tied with them, sitting in the 3rd spot with 28 points. And then we got Boston on 1-game losing streak. They're sitting right there, number 4, 2 points out of second, 3 points out of first. Sitting there with 26. And then San Jose had a big week too. They move up. They're sitting there in 5th with 24 points. Then Anaheim sitting in the middle of the pack there, number 6. Well, not really in the middle of the pack, but 2 above the middle of the pack with 21 points. New Jersey's been playing really well. They're sitting there with 20 at 7th. Carolina's 8th with 20 points. Then you got Washington sitting at 9th with 19. Pittsburgh at 10 with 19. Toronto at 11 with 18. Vegas sitting there at 12 with 16. Tampa Bay moving up. They're sitting there with 16. And then the losing streak, 7-game losing streak for Vancouver. They're on ice. They're sitting at 14 points, down at 14th spot. Then we got LA on a 5-game losing streak with 13 points. Tommy Boy trying to figure it out. And our lovely darlings in the basement, as always, El Rookie and his boys on a 1-game losing streak. One of these days, El Rookie, you'll get out of there. I think Vancouver and LA keep doing what they're doing. You'll be out of there soon.
Rookie's such a nice guy too.
He is a nice guy. So let's take a look at
maybe that's the problem.
And the group of guys that he has, you don't see him trading many guys. You know what I mean? Like, they're cool with just, I guess, hanging out and just pucking around. And
the guy finished last season and he re-signed half the team. Like, I guess they like it. They like each other.
I guess, bud. Over in the Patrick division, Pete, you're in first place there, holding on by 6 points above Carolina, followed by Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay, sitting at the bottom of the conference there, or in the division, but they're only 3 points out of the playoff spot, and really 2 weeks in, it's very early.
They had a big week.
He did some moves. I mean, obviously, Mansell's not one to wait around, and he made some solid trades. You know, he traded away Hold, and he's obviously got a goalie that he's happy with, and he's picked up MG. He's looking for offense, and MG can definitely put it in the back of the net. Down in the Adams division, Philadelphia sitting up top with 28 points. New Jersey right behind them with 20 points, followed by Washington and Toronto. And that's going to be a dogfight with those 3 teams in that tough division there. Toronto, surprisingly, 18 points, but 4-2-4. I mean, they took 4 overtime losses this past week. So Polar's got to figure it out. Any surprises by you guys in the standings right now in the Eastern Conference?
Let's see.
I think Tampa Bay had a great week. They moved on up. They're showing some positive game right there.
Mansell's got a good pulse of his, like, a good feel, like, he's got his finger on the pulse of his team, and he knows what he needs to do. You know, he's got birdies.
Jamie needs to fix his internet. That's one of the problems there.
Yeah, I mean Jamie, MJ. I mean MG, Jamie, MG, Rick. He's got Trick and himself playing up front, and then he's got Nocturnal Turtle and Peacekeeper in net. So
Peace is a very solid goalie.
Yeah, he's got 85% save percentage so far in the season, even though he's rocking a 2-6 record.
He was going to be my pick
allowed 17 goals
right before I picked top goalie, but he beat me to the punch. He picked him up. It's a good pickup.
Well, right now with Ajax and Bergies, he's got on defense with those three guys up front and intermixing Trick and himself. And if he can get Peacemaker in net for him, that's gonna be dangerous right there. So definitely Tampa Bay on the move.
Seeing Pittsburgh struggle is weird for me because as long as Jay Scott's ran a team in this league, other than last season, he took over late, but he's always been the top dog, which is very strange to see him fight so hard right now.
And he's got some weapons too.
I mean, he's got Wally and Plisk pretty much playing Snake Pliskin. Wally and Snake playing defense majority of the time for him. He's got himself playing, and then he's got Math, Burst, who obviously has work right now, and that kind of hurts him a little bit. So I think once Burst's schedule gets a little straightened up, he might get some solid wins coming down the pike. Dooges, what did Dooges? Dooges 1 and 2, 65% save percentage. T-Bod sitting there at 2 and 3 with a 72% save percentage. So his goalie play seems to be uncharacteristically low for him. So
yeah,
maybe he needs to find himself a goalie.
Could be.
It's tough to find yourself a goalie though. There's not many goalies out there that are, not too many available in free agency, and I don't think anybody's willing to move their top goalie for low return.
Nah. I don't care if I was in last place. If I had a goalie, I won't play him that much, but I wouldn't trade him for nothing because I wouldn't want no one else having a goddamn goalie.
Exactly.
I heard McInnes is a great goalie, though. I wonder how long they're going to wait before somebody picks him up. He's on the 4.5.
I thought about that.
How much longer until he's like 0.5? Because that's when I'll probably consider it.
End of the season.
That's a pretty hefty price tag. Yeah, probably.
Really? 2 weeks?
Yeah, it needs
about drop that much.
8 more game days he needs.
What's Colorado's cap? Off the top of your head, I'm looking right now. That's the team that's going to sign him. Blow up their spot right now. Where's Colorado? How much cap they got? 0.5. Yeah, he's literally waiting to pick him up so he could have Sedin and McInnes on the DL for next season. So let's see who's got some money. Pittsburgh's got some money. He can sign him right now. Jay, I know it's your birthday, bro. Happy birthday!
I got some money.
Pick him up. Yeah, you do. You got some money too. Holy smokes, buddy. Vegas, hey, Plisk, you need a break? Pick him up.
Thinking I might now.
Yeah, Washington's got some money, but he's got Kamikaze in that. He don't need McInnes.
Yeah, that's a good goalie.
Reaper's got some. He's got $3 million. He got to wait a few days, but I don't think he would pick up McInnes on principle.
Colorado have fucking some money.
If Colorado grabbed him, he'd take him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. To keep them separated, he would do it. But I mean, he's not thinking like that right now. At least not that I think of. I'm talking like me and the guy talk all the time. I'm just saying in general. I don't think he would do that. El Rookie's got mad cap for days, but I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't. If I was him, I would pick him up.
Yeah, why not?
He'd be a solid re-sign if he becomes available to play defense.
Good re-sign and a good trade bait.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Clean house. Yeah. Carolina's got some money, but I don't think Trix is going to go that route. He's got himself a nice little roster right now with the moves he just made. So we'll see how that plays out for him. And then let's see, LA. Nah, he's only got $2.5 million. New Jersey's got $12 million. I don't know if True's feeling that. And you got Vancouver with $9 million. And the champs, they got enough to sign them. Like sitting on $4.5 million. They could stack the roster. And speaking about the champs, here we go. We're looking over the Western standings. Norris division, Colorado's obviously 7-2-1 last week. Top of the division, followed by Anaheim, then Vegas, and then Vancouver. And as bad as Vancouver 1-8-1 and Vegas 2-7-1, Vegas is holding the playoff spot right now, and Vancouver's still holding tight. And Plesk, your guys is still only 5 points behind Anaheim from taking that number 2 spot. So it's early, it's tight, it's interesting.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think we're 1-1 with the Anaheim.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Wow. What went on? Like, you guys were great week 1, and then this week, like, what happened?
Not entirely sure. We've been having trouble connecting offensively. It seems like we were scoring lights out first week, and then this week we just got shut down. And then we're hitting a lot of bad bounces. It's like the curse has kicked in for week 2.
Right.
But
Lots of penalties.
Shit ton of penalties.
I mean, you guys took 11 penalties against us.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting hammered. But and our penalty kill is terrible, which is not helping.
48 penalty kills you had for the season. Is that the high?
It's not the highest.
No, 60. I see 64.
So it's wow.
St. Louis got 95 goals allowed. They play, I'll tell you what, I talk shit on fucking Rookie and those boys with the 60 goals they had up, and we played them. We beat them 2-1. That game was so tight. Them dudes were so angry at me. Oh,
we
they were all
lost
over
to
me.
Louis, man.
Oh, I loved it. They were all over me. I was like, holy shit.
Lost to St.
Yeah, they beat us 2-1 when we played them too.
2-1 and we won, and I was like stressing the whole time. Like, that was like, I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
How the hell everyone scores all these goals against them? I can't get 2. Like 2 I fought for. Shit.
We had a 5-4 overtime loss to them.
But no, we're moving a lot of our forwards, get defense, kind of bring a core forward line together to get more chemistry with each other. We have way too many to start with.
Well, shit, I got 49 penalty kills. My team's up there too. Shit. The lowest is fucking Boston. Boston got 27.
27?
27. I think that's a misprint.
No, it's not. We don't take a lot of penalties.
Fucking discipline.
Yeah. 20. They got 27. LA's 34. And then you got Tampa with 37. And then, of course, we trickle over here, 38 by Arizona, 42 Anaheim, and then 41 by Toronto. So some interesting stat. Down in the Smythe division, heavy hitters right here with Arizona, 5 point. You and your guys 9-1, last 10, 9-game win streak.
Nice.
Turned it on.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, I mean, we got San Jose right before we talk to you, man. San Jose's right on your heels. They're 7-2-1. And then the craziness here is those two teams, 28 and 24 points. Then you got 13 points by LA in the playoffs. And St. Louis, the darlings of the league, they're 3 points behind them for the last playoff spot. Like, El Rookie could still make the playoffs. If he has himself a 5-5 week, he'll be sitting in the third place in the playoffs.
Crazy thing about this format.
I like it because, and Plisk and me have had this discussion many a times. We want involvement. You want to have as many people still be involved. And this is, as much as I kind of despise this format, I love it in the same way, because here we are talking about teams that normally here we are, they'd probably be dumping their whole rosters, what LA kind of is now, but dumping their whole rosters because guys want to get traded on the playoff teams, even though there's still 3 weeks left in the season. No, you
like divisional games are super important.
Yeah.
You got to avoid overtime, and you have to win in regulation with your division teams.
Yep.
So, 5 Point Man, like, what did you guys do this week differently to be on fire like you are, man? Like, what clicked this week that didn't click week 1?
Actually shot the puck.
What's that?
Actually shot the puck.
Oh.
Jedi and Fish, they finally got chemistry on the 2 wings. Stud was lights out all week in net.
Yes, he was. He was amazing in net.
I don't think they're up more than 2 all week.
Yeah, Jedi's a good pickup, man. That's for sure.
Ease has been playing phenomenal. Chow's been playing. Everybody's just played phenomenal all week long. I couldn't be happier. That's all I got.
Yeah, we played you guys. You beat us 4-2. It's stud. Like, literally, I was banging my controller. Like, what the hell? Like, some of the saves he was making in that, I'm just like, God damn it. So, yeah, I can definitely, definitely see where Stud made a little bit of an impact. We got, San Jose right on your heels, even though they're 4 points behind. I mean, 7-2. And then obviously we got Colorado out there in the West with you as well. Did you play them Monday? Are you setting your line against them?
I already have them set.
You matching up, or are you just playing availability right now?
I'm playing with what I think my top line would be. Like when I do like scheduling, I try to keep the same line all night, the best I can. Not that, you have 3 different lines for 3 different games in one night. You're trying to flip-flop players in, trying to find them, and it's just the way I've been doing things.
Right.
Just kind of keep the same line going all night. Kind of a game feel again, It's going to be a close game. It usually is.
I'll be interested. I wish I could watch, but I won't be able to unless someone streams and saves it. Maybe I'll go back and watch it later. But definitely, that to me, that's Monday's game of the night. So, you guys want to take a look at some quick league leaders, or do you want to just move into power rankings?
Let's take a look at power.
You're the host, man.
Hey, man, I'm leaving it to my guest. You in the house. I'm trying to be a good host. I'm trying to see what you guys want to do. We want to do power rankings. Let's do power rankings.
Do power rankings.
All right, here we go. Without further ado, literally, the reason I'm late is power rankings, fresh off the presses. Power rankings, boom, boom. Now I had a slight. Let's see if I still can't type. So I got it up to 12. My hot mess here, but it's okay because you can see I'll piece this bottom 4 together very quickly. But number 1, Colorado, top spot, replacing Boston. Then the big mover, 9-game win streak. Number 2 in the power rankings, moving up 9 spots. Obviously, I kind of rattled the cages there. 5 Point, you bastard. I should have never said shit. Should have left you guys at number 2 after one bad week.
Well, I appreciate you.
Philadelphia staying at number 3. San Jose, big moving, up 6 spots, up to number 4. Again, my bad. New Jersey moving up to number 5. Will it work?
What?
Damn.
You're nuts.
What do you mean?
Dude.
What? Are you
we
serious
have
right now?
one bad week and you drop us five
Bro,
for
you lost.
places.
Yes, you dropped because the teams above you beat your butt. Colorado beat your butt. Arizona beat your butt. San Jose beat your butt.
Nope.
All those teams. What?
The only teams that beat us were Colorado and Arizona. No San Jose, no New Jersey.
Really?
Philly beat us in
Oh,
overtime because you guys got lucky.
listen, that was week 1. We're not talking about week 2. That's week 1.
I know.
Why are you holding on to old stuff? Why are you holding on to old stuff?
All
You
right,
gotta let this shit go.
That's fine.
There you go. Yeah, you lost to Colorado. You lost to Arizona. Yeah, you did beat the shit out of San
I'm trying
Jose.
to be. I'm trying to imitate Chico. Sorry.
No, it's okay because then you go off and you barely beat LA, and then you smash on the poor kid in Vancouver, and then you beat up on Carolina, and you beat Tampa Bay 3-1. So the two teams you beat 2 of the 3 teams with winning records, and you beat the shit out of Carolina. So yeah, you probably should be above New Jersey. I give you that.
No, it's okay. Leave us there. Leave us there.
No. I can't change it.
No,
I can't change it if I wanted to because my keyboard's all effed up. So it is what it is. I don't care. I stand by him.
We'll stay at 6.
Right.
It's good.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look at New Jersey real quick. Hold on. What in little New Jersey? Let's see. Since you busting stones, fucker. Let's go. Let's see. No. You beat them 3-2. They lost to you 3-2. Then they beat San Jose. And they smash Arizona 9-1. That must have been last week. It was because then on Monday, Colorado smashes them. They lose to St. Louis. Then they beat they beat Vancouver. They lose to Anaheim. They beat Vegas. They beat LA. They beat New Jersey. 2 back-to-back shutouts. 4-0 LA. 4-0 Pittsburgh. They beat them.
Basically, they lost to the same teams we did too, and they beat the same teams we did.
Yeah, pretty much. So it could easily be flip-flopped for all I care. But
that's fine. Just leave it the way it is.
I am. I can't change it. It's stuck. I love it. C+, you did power rankings, and now I'm all worked up.
Fight you bastards! You can't stand peace.
I think Arizona should have been first.
You know what? I debated that very highly, but it's hard for me. Like Colorado,
a 9-game winning streak. Come on, man.
Arizona would have played Colorado. The winner of that, I probably would have flipped it, but they haven't. They played since week 1, and now they get to play. Now it's set up 1 versus 2 on Monday night, so we'll see what happens. So you're down to 6. Carolina drops down to 7. Washington moves up to number 8 from number 12. Anaheim drops down from number 5 to number 9. Pittsburgh drops from number 6 down to number 10. And then we got Toronto moving up from 13 to 11. And then obviously you see I got Tampa Bay going in at number 12. Then number 13 would be Las Vegas. So the Vegas Knights would be 13. Number 14 would be...
Oh, we should have been 11.
Stop. How? Stop it.
We should have done league leaders instead of
no reason whatsoever. Just wanted to shit disturb.
I know you already got it. So there we got Vegas. Then we're gonna go St. Louis at 14, LA at 15, and riding the pine at the bottom of the tree, dropping down from 9 to 16 is Vancouver, sitting at the bottom spot there. So that is this week's power rankings. Obviously, the debate has started already on the show with fucking Pete crying. And then making valid points. I can't stand you, Pete.
Well, you're lucky your fucking keyboard doesn't work.
Dude, I'm literally pissed off that it doesn't work. I got to figure out why the hell it's not working. But still, regardless, I would have changed it. I definitely would have changed it up. I would have moved you up and moved them down. But still, I mean, it's just New Jersey's. There's just something about New Jersey. They're like, to me, it's like their rosters kind of like it's just you sleep on them a little bit, and they'll put a line out together, and then you're like, holy shit, how's this team in the middle of the pack? But I mean, I think they're playing like that sleeping giant type thing. Like wait until like week 4, week 5, and then it's gonna be like, who the fuck is New Jersey? God damn, they've been like that all year. Like holy shit, that's what I think. Like they haven't shown their hand yet.
Could just try
Interesting. Interesting method to your madness.
Yeah, listen, I piece it together just to argue with you, Pete. So, do we want to do stats? I'm like, yay or nay?
You know what? I say yay, just so I could see my name up there.
Vomit. There it is. Are you happy? There's your name. Number 2,
Wow.
scoring in the league.
I don't see it.
You know, give it a second.
I don't see
Even
it.
blow it up.
Oh shit!
Look
I even
at
blow it
that.
up. Hyper followed by Pistol Pete.
It's all that number 1 guy though. That number 1 guy is pretty freaking good.
Vesna.
Guys like to sleep on him, but
AA Ali. And you got Fish, German Gretzky, Rich 2K. You only 16 games played for Rich.
Yeah, LG playoffs or BG playoffs or something like that.
Benner, Full Metal, Making Me Sick, Jedi, True Legend, Tyler Seguin, Wally up there sneaking in. The hell?
2 Calder trophy guys right there, 9 and 10, possible.
Oh, Mecca, Make Me Sick, and
Jedi, possible winners.
MJ, followed by Reaper, then Kid, Hardy, Gui, Ethan, and Sedin. So that is the forwards scoring.
It's nice to see different names.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some familiar ones, but definitely nice to see a little mix of league leader defenseman, which, I mean, it's 4th forward, kind of, right? You got Shane, Doug, Dynasty. What else we got up here? Mummy, Egg, M Club, Iachoku, Red. I thought Red played more offense. I guess he's playing a lot of defense this year.
Yeah. Me and him are basically swapping goalie and defense.
Giving each other heartaches.
Yep.
Where's Cuban? Where's Cuban?
All the way at the bottom, bro. I don't score points, man.
I want to see the giveaways, takeaways.
The leader in the clubhouse in giveaways. Let's scroll up.
M Club.
Yep, M Club, who is actually a forward playing defense, so that doesn't surprise me. Then you got Red Concept, and then you got Guns the Fourth.
Those are his defensive giveaways?
Yes, defensive giveaways. 108 in 9 games, bro. 108 in 9 games with only 31 takeaways.
I think that just shows that he should be on forward.
Well, he's got 15 points as a defenseman, which is, I mean, again, like I don't really rate defensemen by their points because obviously you can be the second guy touching the puck up to a winger. Winger passes it over to another winger on the breakout pass. I mean, I don't know. I don't rate defensemen by points. I rate them by penalty minutes and by their takeaways. So that's how I always look at it. If they stay out of the box, you're helping your team. And then your takeaways, obviously, if you're in position to stop the puck. Giveaways is also, it's a telltale, but I mean, to me, like, 9 games, 108 by a forward playing defense. That's, holy shit. And then you got Red.
4 hits.
Who's yeah, come on, man. Playing as an offensive defenseman. Like, he ain't going to hit nobody. You got Red Concept, who's obviously puts his sense in and out. And then the next, like, real D-man is Guns, who has 96 giveaways in 14 games but he's got 48 takeaways, but he's got 14 penalty minutes, so he's got to stay out the box a bit. So it's half his games is he's taking a penalty, so every other game or something.
Well, Doug, 20 penalty minutes.
Yeah, Doug, 20 penalty minutes. He's got 73 giveaways, but he's got 56 takeaways. So, I mean, that's pretty good. I think that's one of the tops. I think it is the tops in takeaways. Snake Plissken with 73 giveaways, only 10 penalty minutes. He's got 40 takeaways. You got Tommy, 67 giveaways, 37 takeaways, but he's got 16 penalty minutes. Choku, he's got 14 penalty minutes. He's got 65 giveaways, but he's got 43 takeaways. And then you got Mikkel, 12 penalty minutes, 60 giveaways, only 28 takeaways though. So let's see, Shane with 57, Phil's with 56. Now You're Dead with 55. Cuban with 54. Wally with 52 and 47. And then Diggs, your boy Diggs, he got 52. So, and then Slim.
Well, Cuban, I think yours is the best one because you only have a 6 difference.
And here's your takeaways. Here you go. Yeah, you got your takeaways.
Wally actually 5.
Yeah, takeaways. You got Doug leading the pack. He's, like I said, he's got 73, but he's got 56 takeaways, and that's the leader of the pack. He's got the most. And then followed right after Guns. Guns got 96 giveaways, got 48 takeaways. And then you got Dynasty with 95 giveaways, 48. And then you see the drop off. You got myself and Wally, Dr. Wally, 54, 52 with 48, 47. Then Ayachoku, 65 and 43.
So the two San Jose guys have over 200 giveaways together.
Yes. Yes. 200 giveaways. They forced passes. Here's a surprising name. Veteran Murph over in New Jersey. Only 39 giveaways, but he's got 41 takeaways with a +2. That's fucking awesome. 11 games played. You know what I mean? That's really, really good. You only got 12 penalty minutes. I give all my penalty minutes to Ayachoku. He yells at me.
Notice how there's no Colorado guys there in that list because he never puts them in.
Yeah, they'll never be up there because he never puts them in. I was just starting to scroll. I'm like, why am I looking? They'll never be on the list. So, I mean, on average, you see like the top guys have like 40s. And then you got your mid-tier guys in their 30s. And then, then you got your other guys with 20. So, and then now let's go to goalies. How do you want to sort the goalies?
Wins.
You want to do wins? Oh, all right. I like that.
That's my opinion anyway.
No, I like that because that eliminates a lot of that's incorrect. And of course it's Vancouver. Vancouver. Oh, I'm stopping there. That's the end of my comment.
He's not supposed to be
Holy, Vandus has 17 wins in 10 games. Unreal.
Bro, he's got 17 wins, 6 losses in 10 games. Stud. Sign him. I'd check that save percentage too. He's given up 44 goals, but he's got 153 saves or 124 saves on 153 shots. That's 29. Yeah. So that's off too. Bum, bum, bum. Stats. Hashtag stats.
So Vandus is really 4-6.
Yeah, he's 4-6, and he's given up, and he saves. He's got you got to take what I say. 29's the difference. You got to add like another 15 onto there. So you got to take 15 off his saves. So he's actually got 109.
So he has 99 saves.
No, 109 saves, 15
109,
less.
yeah. 109. Unreal.
And that's if the shots allowed is correct too. I don't even know. It could be you might as well just add
The shots are
the difference
probably
into the
correct.
shots allowed. Yeah, you don't have to change the save percentage. Just add the shots allowed. Add it to shots allowed. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's wrong. So let's go to the correct stats. You're staring at 11 wins by Johnny, 79 save percentage, 34 goals allowed, 2.43. Then you got visual skills with 10 wins, 84% save percentage, 22 goals allowed, 1.83 in a shutout. Stud 9-0 this week, 80% save percentage, 14 goals allowed, 1 shutout. Then you got Breezy, who's 8-5, 80% save percentage, 34 goals allowed, 3 shutouts, 2.62. Then you got Kamikaze, 8-7, 80% save percentage, 39 goals allowed, 2.6 goals against with 1 shutout. Joja, 8-3, 74% save percentage, 31 goals allowed, 2.82. And then you got Plisk. He's rocking 6 wins, 10 losses. He's already faced 200 shots. You already faced 200 shots, man? Holy shit.
Don't want to talk about it.
Everyone goes to the locker room to like get some water. Plisk changing his pads because they all got dents and shit in them.
The foam's popping out.
Yeah, it's fucking glove netting all fucked up. Blocker all falling off. It's like, guys, it's okay to stand in front of me.
Yeah.
Still
Stop
rocking.
shooting me.
Yeah. It's 70% save percentage, 63 goals.
He's already dead.
Yeah. He's got him propped up by fucking string and net. Fucking Polars, 5-7, 81% save percentage, 31 goals allowed. Then you got Mud Ninja, 5 wins, 3 losses, 77% save percentage, 3 goals against. Stoner played 8 games, 5-3, 74% save percentage, 3 goals against. So Icy only has 5 games played, but he's 4-1, 91% save percentage, 1.20. So wow, like if he gets some games played, we'll see how he does in LA. And yeah, 5-5, 4-4, Tree of Life, 4-2, Chicks and Whip, 4-4.
Is that his real save percentage there?
78 point. Or which one? Big
Soiche Boys.
No, that's not. We put up 8 against him last week.
Someone must not have put stats up then. Stats are wrong. We noticed. Big shout out to Seeds on the Discord chat.
No one's that good.
Well, he's only got 5 games played, so there's got to be some stats that didn't get put in somewhere along the lines for him. So I don't know where, but I'm sure the head honcho's on it. So
Which guy?
So Icy. So
He
Icy. He was on Carolina. Now he's on LA.
All right.
And the hunt begins. So with that, guys, I'm going to wrap up the show. So, thank you, boys, for joining me tonight.
It was great talking to 5.0.
He's the best.
He talks so much.
I'm so loud. I know.
Also,
He's in
Pete,
windy Chicago.
Hyper says that he loves you and he misses you.
Oh, I'll be seeing him later.
Well, that's lovely. I'm glad you two share intimate moments together.
Well, we do. That's how you keep your team tight, boy.
I don't need to know, man. You figured it out. Let
You
your
should see the
secret
love
sauce stay
You
your
should see
secret
the love
sauce.
letters that these guys leave me in their availability, bro.
Seeds gives you
I'm
his
sure-
usual tell GM, tell Pete too. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it on the air, but yeah, sure, why not?
Because you know, Seed, he's never done it in real life, so he has to just say it for everybody.
So 5.0, thanks for being on, bud. Hopefully this week you guys lose 9 games in a row.
Don't say things like that.
I will say things like that. Pete, obviously tough week for you and your boys, but I know you're going to bounce back. It wasn't even a bad week. I mean, 6-4 for the week. I'll take that every day. That's awesome. You're still in first place. You're holding it down. And Plisk, I think Amazon just showed up at your door with a new set of pads for your next game.
Yeah.
Cuban, I'll be seeing you tomorrow, my friend.
Yes. Oh.
Hopefully
What
you
time
guys
did we
don't
play?
score on a lucky bounce again. I think it's the
What
second
time-
game.
Is it the second game? Why couldn't it be the first game? Let's
Why?
switch it. Let's play the first game. Because my guys' availabilities are all over the place. My line, I know what my lines are. Like I have my line 1 and I have my line 2, and then they post their availability, and I'm like, you goddamn fuckers. Like you're not letting me play line 1s and line 2s.
Well, when I played you last, my line 2 was there, so.
Yeah, well, you're not getting, it's not going to be line 1.
Reverse it.
Yeah, well, and that's exactly what it'll be. Let's reverse. Yeah. Well, and it's me and Trouty on defense tomorrow night. Choku's off, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not that
So we'll
Trout
see.
is bad, but Choku is.
No, Trout's
good.
really good. I fucking love Trout. But me and Choku have that unspoken connection of fucking up together constantly. We're a hot mess.
That's good. That's good.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Good luck tomorrow, brother.
I'm looking forward to this week. Yeah.
I don't
Time
care.
to
Whatever.
turn it up.
Wake me up when the playoffs comes. Then you'll see me.
That's
week
it.
5.
That's what I'm
Week
talking about.
5, bro. Time to stat pad. So, all right, guys. Thanks for being on. I'll shoot you guys Skype messages for next week if you guys are available. Except for you, 5 Point, and I'm not putting you on, fucker.
Thanks for having us, man.
All right, guys. Have a great week.
It's always fun.
Good week, guys.
You too.
All right. And always, guys, be kind to each other on and off the ice. Virtual hockey players' lives matter. Peace.